Big congratulations on reaching this part of the course. So far you have covered a lot, from foundational concepts to building real AI agents and AI automations. That's a huge achievement and you should be proud of the progress you have made. Now we are getting into one of the most exciting parts of this course, AI voice agents. In this section, you will learn how to build your own AI voice agent that can book appointments automatically using tools like Retail AI, n8n, and Call.com. You will also discover how to create a receptionist AI voice agent for a physical therapy clinic using a new technique called conversational flow. It's designed to reduce hallucination and improve reliability. And the best part is, you can adapt this setup to any industry. And these are just examples, so let's dive in and start building. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how to import templates into Retail AI, so you can simply use the templates you provide and build your own AI voice agents in just a few clicks. However, I strongly recommend building them from scratch as well, so you understand how everything works and can modify the solutions to fit your needs. As you already know, this course includes pre-made templates to help you get started faster, so you'll find them in the resources section of each lesson. Just download the one you want to use, then log into your Retail AI account and make sure you are in the Agents section. Then, in the top right corner, right here, you should see an import button. So just click on it. And you can upload the template file right here. And that's actually it. You have now imported a pre-built voice agent and you are ready to customize it and start testing. So see you in the next lesson. Welcome. In this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create an account on Twilio, which in short is a platform where you can buy phone numbers and then import them into tools like Vapi and Retail AI. This will be essential for building the AI voice agents we are going to create in this course. Now, although you can buy phone numbers directly in Retail AI and Vapi, there are some limitations. On Retail AI, outbound international calls are not supported, so if you buy a number directly there, you won't be able to make calls outside your country. And on Vapi, the functionality to create phone numbers is only available for US-based numbers, so if you need numbers from the other regions, you'll have to use the import phone numbers feature anyway. So the easiest and most flexible option is to buy your number on Twilio and import it into Retail AI or Vapi if you want to build AI voice agents on these platforms. You can always come back to this lesson and follow it step by step whenever you need to set up a voice agent with Retail AI or Vapi. So let's get started. If you are new to Twilio, it's a communication platform that provides virtual phone numbers, messaging, and voice services in over 100 countries. And using Twilio, you can buy a virtual phone number and make calls as if you have a local presence in multiple countries. That's why we are using it. So if you are using Twilio for the first time, you will get a $15 trial credit. Usually it costs just $2 a month. So basically you have 7 months for free. First create an account. Now go to the phone numbers section, which is in the left menu. Then under manage, buy number. And search for a number in your country. After you have bought a number, we need to connect it to our AI voice agent via SIP trunking. So go to search bar and search for SIP. Click on Elastic SIP Trunks. Give it a friendly name and click create. Now we need to configure the connection, and this is really important step, so please don't miss it, otherwise it won't work. So under general, we have to enable call transfer SIP refer, and also enable PSTN transfer. Then under termination, provide some name right here, then scroll down, create credentials, so give it some friendly name, username and password, then click create, and that's it in this section. The next one, origination. We're going to add the origination URL, so let's copy it from the retail documentation. I'll attach the web page as a resource for this lesson. So copy it, add a new origination, paste the URL here, and click add. And under numbers, just add the number you've bought on Twilio by clicking on add a number and add an existing number. So you can select it from the list. Now go back to termination, copy this SIP, go to your Retail AI account, and under phone numbers, connect to your number via SIP trunking and paste it right here. Also, you need to provide the phone number you just bought and click save. And now we successfully connected the phone number we bought to our AI voice agent on Retail AI. Now let's actually look at how to set up a phone number in Vapi so your AI voice agent can actually make calls. So click on phone numbers, create phone number. Now if you are based in the US, you can use the free Vapi number. So just enter area code and click create, and these numbers are completely free, and you can have up to 10 of them in your account. So if you are outside of the US, like me, you will need to use the import Twilio tab. So you need to go to Twilio, create an account, purchase a number, and then import it here. So once you buy a phone number on Twilio, under phone numbers, in For You section, scroll down. You should see account info. Just copy this account SID and paste it right here. The same for auth token. Copy it, paste it here. And your Twilio phone number. Then simply click on import from Twilio, and that's it. Alright, great. Once you successfully import the number from Twilio, you have to assign your AI voice agent you just created right here. Alright, that's it for this lesson. I hope it was helpful, and see you in the next one. Today I'm going to show you how to build an AI voice agent using N8N and Retail AI to automate phone calls for appointment booking, lead generation, and customer support. When a potential customer fills out a form on your website, they're already interested, but if you don't reach out quickly, there's a high chance they'll go to your competition. Studies show that responding within the first 5 minutes can increase conversion rates by over 400%, yet most businesses take hours or even days. This AI voice agent ensures you never miss an opportunity. It will instantly call new leads, confirm their interest, answer basic questions, and book appointments directly in your calendar, all on autopilot. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a fully functional AI voice agent that you can customize to fit your needs. So this is our simple automation, which will trigger our AI voice agent. This prompt guides our agent on what to say and how to behave. Alright, now let's do a quick demo. Yes.
Hello, this is Sophia. Am I speaking with Damien?
Hi, yes. How can I help you?
Great. I'm reaching out because you recently showed interest in our AI automation solutions. Is now a good time for a quick chat?
Yes, that's fine.
Awesome. At Adaptify AI, we create AI agents and automation to help businesses work smarter, save time, and scale with ease. Would you like me to schedule a discovery call with one of our AI automation specialists to discuss how we can help optimize and scale your business?
Yes, please, we can do that.
Great. What date and time work best for you?
Can we do Tuesday next week?
Sure. What time on Tuesday next week works best for you?
At 10 a.m., please.
Let me check if we have availability for next Tuesday at 10 in the morning. It looks like we don't have availability at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, but we do have nearby options. We can schedule for Monday between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. or Wednesday between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Do any of these work for you?
Can we do Monday at 12 p.m., please?
Let me book your appointment for Monday at 12 p.m. Your appointment has been successfully booked for Monday at 12 p.m. Thank you for your time, Damien. If you have any questions before then, feel free to reach out. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Yeah, so as you can see, the meeting has been successfully booked. I strongly recommend changing your time zone, so the times are correct for all tasks. So click on these three dots, click on settings, and select your time zone. Save it. So for the sake of this tutorial, we'll be using OnForm Submission, which is a dedicated node in n8n to generate web forms and pass their responses to the workflow. But you can easily integrate Typeform, Jotform, Tally, or any other forms builder. So this HTTP request node triggers our AI voice agent on Retail AI platform. Now when I click Test Workflow, the submission form should pop up. So when a prospect fills out a form on your website, your AI agent will immediately call them, gather their details, and schedule a meeting without you lifting a finger. Alright guys, now let's create this setup from scratch. So first we need to add our submission form. So let's search for form. Choose the first one. Now we need to create our form and all the fields. So give it a name, description. Please tell us more about yourself. The first field will be what's your name? As a placeholder, give it some random first name. Actually, we can change it to the first name. The next field, what's your email address? Obviously, we need a phone number. So what's your phone number? And what services are you most interested in? Now, when you click test step, the submission form will pop up. So just simply fill out the form and click submit. Now that we have data in our flow, we can create the next node, which is HTTP request node, to send all the data to our AI voice agent on retail AI platform. So simply search for HTTP request node. And because we want to send all the data, so all this information, such as first name, email, phone number, and services, we need to switch the method to post method. Now we have to provide URL, so we need to check retail AI documentation. So go to retail AI documentation and under create phone call, you will see this dashboard. Simply copy this URL and paste your n8n workflow. Just right here. Now we need to send headers. And as you can see, as a first header, we have authorization. So copy it, paste it in the name field. As a value, you have bearer and our API token. Go back to n8n. Paste it right here. Then create an account on Retail AI platform. And on the left hand side, on the API keys, add new API key. Give it a name. Create. Just copy it. Go back to n8n and paste it right after bearer. Now we need to send the body. So we need name and value. Go back to the documentation. Copy the name. And the value, application /JSON. Now this step will be a little bit technical, but don't worry. I will guide you step by step, just follow me. So click try it. Enter your API keys here. Now we need to provide a number our AI voice agent will call from. So there are two options. You can buy a phone number directly on Retail AI platform. By simply going to the phone number section. click on plus button and buy a new number. But there is a limitation because you can't use this number for international outbound calls. So the better option is to buy a number on Twilio and connect it to your AI voice agent. So now I'm going to show you how to do this. If you are new to Twilio, it's a communication platform that provides virtual phone numbers, messaging, and voice services in over 100 countries. And using Twilio, you can buy a virtual phone number and make calls as if you have a local presence in multiple countries. That's why we are using it. So if you are using Twilio for the first time, you will get a $15 trial credit. Usually it costs just $2 a month. So basically you have 7 months for free. First, create an account. Now go to the phone numbers section, which is in the left menu. Then under manage, buy a number. And search for a number in your country. After you have bought a number, we need to connect it to our AI voice agent via SIP trunking. So go to search bar and search for SIP. Click on Elastic SIP Trunks. Give it a friendly name and click create. Now we need to configure the connection, and this is a really important step, so please don't miss it, otherwise it won't work. So under general, we have to enable call transfer SIP refer and also enable PSTN transfer. Then under termination, provide some name right here, then scroll down, create credentials, so give it some friendly name, username and password, then click create, and that's it in this section. The next one, origination. We're going to add the origination URL, so let's copy it from the retail documentation. I'll attach the web page as a resource for this lesson. So copy it, add a new origination, paste the URL here, and click add. And under numbers, just add the number you've bought on Twilio by clicking on add a number and add an existing number. So you can select from the list. Now go back to termination, copy this SIP, go to your retail AI account, and under phone numbers, connect to your number via SIP trunking and paste it right here. Also, you need to provide the phone number you just bought and click save. And now we successfully connected the phone number we bought to our AI voice agent on Retail AI. The next step is to finish creating a new outbound phone call in the Retail AI documentation playground. So we already have our API key. Now we need to provide the phone number we just bought. So go to your Retail AI account, and copy phone number, paste it right here. Now we need to provide the number we want to call. So I'm going to use my number, but just to let you know, this is just to set up dynamic variables in our workflow. Now we need to provide our AI voice agent ID. So go back to Retail AI account and let's create our AI voice agent. So create an agent. It will be single prompt agent. Start from blank. Now here you can switch to different large language models, different voices and languages. For now we need just ID. So copy it, go back to the playground and paste it right here. We don't need to change metadata. And now the dynamic variables or the fields we just created in our submission form. So you want first name, email, and services. You have the number in the previous value. Alright, that's it. Now we need to send the body. So we need name and value. Now this step will be technical, but don't worry. I will guide you step by step, just follow me. Go back to the documentation. Copy the name. And the value, application /JSON. Now we need to use the code that was generated on the curl and paste it into the HTTP request node in the body. First switch body content type to raw. And then in the body field, switch over to expression. So copy the fragment of the code from data, including curly brackets. And paste it right here. Now we don't want the values to be fixed, so we need to use dynamic variables. This way, every time a new user fills out the form on your website, new data such as their first name and phone number will be passed to our AI voice agent. So instead of random number, let's drag and drop the actual phone number from the submission form I fill out area. Now the first name, email address, and service. Alright, great. Now all these dynamic variables will be passed to our voice agent, so it can personalize each call. It will use the prospect's phone number and first name for the greeting and try to convince them to book a discovery sales call. And you can use all these dynamic variables in the prompt for your voice agent right here. I've just changed the theme to dark because it's easier on the eyes. If you prefer the dark theme, you can change it by going to settings and right here under your email, change the theme to dark. Now going back to our agent. So now if you want our AI voice agent to perform tasks for us like checking availability in our Qualcomm calendar, booking meetings after finding a suitable time for the customer, transferring the call to a human agent, or ending the call at a specific time, we need to enable the built-in retail functions inside the agent. And then we can call these functions inside our prompt, so the agent knows exactly what to do. So retail makes it super easy by handling all the backend logic for integrating a Qualcomm with your agent and create those functions. So you can use other calendars, but it requires a bit more setup. So if you are not using Qualcomm already, I highly recommend it. It's great. It's a great tool, and there are plenty of tutorials out there showing how to create and configure your calendar on the platform. So now we need to add some functions. You can do it by just clicking functions right here. And here you can choose the functions you want to add. So I already added all of the functions, but you will see this empty. So let's just add the check calendar availability function. Click add. And we want to add this one. So our voice agent will be able to check our calendar and find availability for our customer. So just simply click add. And here we have to add two things: API key from cal.com and event type ID. So now I'm going to show you how to find these details. So first go to cal.com, create an account, log in. And here you can create different type of events. So I have 15-minute meeting set up right here. And this is my calendar. So I'm going to show you how it looks like for potential clients. So you can see it by clicking on this view public page. So this is how my calendar looks like now. So as you can see, I have 15-minute slots Wednesday to Friday from 8 p.m. to from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So let's go back to the event types, and here you can create different types of events just by clicking on this plus button. And here you can specify all the details, like a title of the meeting, duration, etc. You can also modify a lot more things, like, for example, availability limits, advanced settings, recurring schedule, apps, workflows, etc. I'm not going to dive into detail in this tutorial. You can find a lot of tutorials online. Now I'm going to show you how to find API keys to enable the check availability function in our voice agent. So you can find your API key by going to my settings, then scroll down, and under developer, you will see API keys section. And here you can add new API key. So let's say demo retail, never expires, save, copy your API key, then go back to your retail voice agent and paste API key right here. Then we need to find event type ID. So let's go back to call.com. And once you create your event, just click on it. And this is your event type ID, so this number. Just copy it and go back to retail and paste it right here. Hit save, and that's it. And we need to do exactly the same thing, the same process for every function we want to be used by our voice agent. So to book appointment, to end a call, or to transfer call to a human, just to quickly show you, it looks exactly the same. So we need to add API key and event type. And here we can add the description, which is optional. But in that case, I just simply wrote, when users ask to book an appointment, book it on the calendar. For check calendar availability. When users ask for availability, check the calendar and provide available slots. Now for end call, we don't need to provide API key and event type ID. So the description is ends the call after saying goodbye to the user. So that's the trigger, our keyword. Now transfer call. The description is if the users request human agent support or expresses frustration. So our AI voice agent is able to recognize, to detect emotions. So transfer the call to a human agent immediately. And here we are going to provide our mobile number. And that's it regarding the functions. Now we have to call these functions inside our prompt. Alright, so now let's create our prompt. I'm going to provide this prompt template, the resources. So here we are specifying the role. So you are Sophia, a customer support representative at Adaptive AI, an AI automation agency that helps businesses leverage AI agents and automation. Your role is to follow up with leads who have submitted a service consultation call request and guide them. And here we are providing the current date and time by using this variable. So our voice agent, to make sure that our voice agent knows what the current date and time is. And here we are passing all the dynamic variables we used in our submission form in NA10. So there is information, first name, and the first name variable, email, and service. As the objectives, we want this agent to verify the lead's details and confirm their interest in a consultation, assist in scheduling, and maintain a friendly, professional, and engaging tone. Here we want the best practices during the call. So we want our agent to keep the conversation flowing naturally, actively listen, conversational rhythm, show professionalism, etc. Here I added more details to guide our voice agent. And this is important bit because we want our voice agent to say exactly this sentence at the beginning of the call. So, hi, this is Sophia from Adaptify AI, and I'm speaking with, and we are passing the dynamic variable. So our agent, so Sophia knows the first name of the user, so the customer who filled out the form. Then we want to wait for user's input, so for the user's response. Then the second sentence is, great, I'm reaching out because you recently showed interest in our AI automation solutions. It's now a good time for a quick chat. Then again, we want to wait for the user's reply, for the user's response. So this is basically the conversational flow. So we decide exactly what our agent is supposed to say during the call. Here we want our voice agent to recognize if the user agrees, say what day and time work best for you. Otherwise, say if the user is not interested, say, okay, no problem, thank you for your time, goodbye. And here we are calling the end call function to end the call. And actually we can save a lot of tokens and a lot of money, because if the user is not interested at all, doesn't make sense to continue the conversation. So when a user wants to book an appointment and gives you the day and time they are available, our voice agent will use check calendar availability function before booking. So it's going to look through our calendar and check the nearest available slots. And then, when they agree on the time slot, our agent will use the function tool book appointment to book an appointment on the calendar. So if the user requests human agent support or express frustration, we call our last function tool, our function, so transfer call. We are requiring from our voice agent to transfer the call immediately. And at the end, we politely politely thank the user for their time and mention that we won't keep them any longer. And we want to close the conversation with goodbye and use the end call to terminate the call. And this is the welcome message. So we can choose between AI initiates the conversation with defined begin message. So in that case, we want to use, hello, this is Sophia, I'm speaking with, and the first name of the customer. But you can easily change to trigger our voice agent when the user initiates the conversation, or pass some dynamic begin message. Here you can find more awesome features, such as knowledge base. So basically you can add a knowledge base to give your agent context, such as information about the company or about services you offer or your clients offer, by simply clicking on this add button. And here you can choose the knowledge base. So if you want to add a knowledge base into your retail account, just go to the main dashboard, and under agent, you can see the knowledge base section. And here you can add the new document, enter a name, and here you can even provide the URL of the website. upload files or articles manually by typing a text. And then in your voice agent settings, you can choose which knowledge base you want to use. So it should pop up here. You can also modify speech settings such as responsiveness, interruption sensitivity, etc. But I'm not going to go into detail in this tutorial. This feature is really useful because you can enable post-call analysis. So basically you can define the information from the conversation that you need to extract from the call and ask LLM to provide you a summary of the call. And based on that, you can improve your prompt to gather specific details from the customer. If you want to know more about all these features and you are interested in implementing them in your agents, you can check Retail AI documentation and blog. You can find plenty of useful tips and information how to use those things. Here you can switch between different large language models. As you can see, in that case, I'm using GPT-4o, but you can switch to cheaper models such as GPT-4o Mini, which is less accurate and can hallucinate sometimes. You can also use Claude models. Here you can change the voice. You have plenty of 11 Labs voices to choose from. So you can test them out and decide which one you like. You can also choose a specific accent, like American or British, gender. You can add your custom voice. By cloning your voice. Here you can use OpenAI's voices. I personally like voices from 11 Labs. I have cloned my own voice. Here you can see the cost per minute by using a specific large language model and the latency. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for listening and see you next time. Welcome to this tutorial.